Two houses, two completely different philosophies, two camps of people who will argue, passionately, personally, sometimes aggressively, about which one is right. In one corner, the black exterior Barndominium, bold, dramatic, unapologetically modern, the kind of building that makes you slow your car down when you drive past it. The kind of home that looks like it was designed by someone who doesn't follow trends, they set them. In the other corner, the white exterior farmhouse, warm, timeless, wrapped in porches and tradition, and the kind of beauty that never goes out of style. The kind of home that makes you feel something, a pull, a nostalgia, a sense of belonging, before you even step inside. Both are having a massive cultural moment right now. Both have armies of devoted fans. And today, we are putting them head to head. Design, cost, curb appeal, interior flexibility, resale value, maintenance, lifestyle fit. We are going category by category. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one is right for you. But I'll warn you right now, this is not going to be a simple answer. Because both of these homes are extraordinary. And the real winner, it might not be the one you're rooting for right now. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now, because we cover dream homes, real builds, and the design decisions that actually matter. And listen, stay until the very end of this video, because I'm revealing something at the close that almost nobody talks about when comparing these two styles. A factor that could completely change your decision. Don't skip ahead. Don't tap out. The best part is at the end. Okay, let's get into the ring. Before we start throwing punches, let's make sure we understand exactly what we're comparing, because both of these terms get thrown around loosely online, and it matters that we're specific. The black exterior Barndominium. When we say this, we mean a metal building structure, typically post-frame or steel frame construction, finished on the exterior with dark color metal panel siding, usually matte black, dark charcoal, or deep graphite. Clean lines, minimal ornament, bold geometric presence, often featuring large windows with dark frames, metal roofing, and deliberately industrial meets residential detailing. The white exterior farmhouse. This is a traditionally constructed or barndominium framed home finish to evoke classic American farmhouse architecture. White or cream exterior, painted wood, fiber cement, or metal panel, board and batten or horizontal lap siding. Black or dark window frames as contrast. A pitched roof, often with dormers. Wraparound or deep covered porches. Shutters, flower boxes. An exterior language that says, home, roots, warmth, welcome. Two entirely different design vocabularies. Two entirely different feelings they create in the person standing in front of them. Same question for both. Can they deliver a beautiful, functional, emotionally resonant place to live? The answer for both is yes. But the how is completely different. And that's what we're exploring today. Round 1. Curb appeal. The moment someone sees your home for the first time, what do they feel? The black barndominium hits like a statement. There is nothing passive about a matte black metal building. It commands attention. It demands a second look. People slow down. People photograph it. It has the visual energy of a building that knows what it is and refuses to apologize for it. The drama comes from contrast. Dark exterior against green landscape, against blue sky, against the warm glow of interior lights through oversized windows at dusk. That contrast is magnetic. It's why black barndominiums absolutely dominate social media feeds. The algorithm loves them because people can't scroll past them. But here's the honest other side. Not every setting flatters a black exterior. On a densely wooded lot, it can feel oppressive rather than dramatic. In a suburban neighborhood, it can feel aggressive rather than bold. Context matters enormously. The black barndominium earns its full power on open land, with breathing room, where the sky is part of the composition. The white farmhouse works almost everywhere. This is its superpower. White exteriors are chameleons. They feel appropriate on a rural acre, a suburban street, a wooded property, a lakefront lot. The warmth of the style, the invitation of the porch, the softness of the color. They create a universally positive first impression. Where the white farmhouse can struggle, it risks blending in. On a street of similar homes, it takes intentional detailing, the right porch columns, the right window proportions, the right landscaping, to make a white farmhouse truly memorable rather than simply pleasant. Round 1 verdict. The black Barndominium wins on drama and memorability. The white farmhouse wins on versatility and universal appeal. If you want people to remember your home, black wins. If you want your home to feel right in any setting, white wins. Round 2. The number that matters most for most people. What does it actually cost to build each one? Both styles can be built using Barndominium construction methods. Metal building frames finished to the desired aesthetic. But the exterior finish choices create real cost differences. The black Barndominium exterior is almost always metal panel siding, which is the standard finish for Barndominium construction. Dark-colored metal panels cost essentially the same as any other color. The premium in a black Barndominium comes from the architectural details that make it look intentional. Larger windows with dark aluminum frames, metal fascia and trim details, thoughtful lighting design. You're looking at a premium of roughly $8,000 to $15,000 over a basic Barndominium shell to achieve that polished, editorial black exterior look. Total cost for a well-executed black Barndominium: $150,000 to $350,000, depending on size and finish level. The white farmhouse exterior, whether traditional or Barndominium framed, typically costs more to achieve than a black Barndo exterior. Here's why. The farmhouse look requires more surface complexity: board and batten siding, porch construction, columns, railings, decking, ceiling, fans, lighting, shutters, window trim details, dormers if included. Each of these elements adds both material cost and labor time. The wraparound porch alone, a signature farmhouse element, can add $25,000 to $60,000 to a build depending on size and finish quality. Total cost for a well-executed white farmhouse: $200,000 to $450,000, depending on size and finish level. Round 2 verdict. The black Barndominium wins on build cost. The architectural minimalism that defines the style, clean lines, flat surfaces, minimal ornament, is actually cheaper to execute than a layered, detail-rich farmhouse aesthetic. Bold can be budget-friendly. Cozy has a price tag. Round 3. And this one surprises people. Interior design flexibility. How much creative freedom does each exterior style give you when it comes to the inside of your home? You might think the exterior has nothing to do with the interior. You'd be partially right. You can technically put any interior inside either shell. But in practice, the exterior creates expectations. It sets a mood. And fighting against that mood creates homes that feel incoherent. The black Barndominium exterior is a permission slip for a wide range of interior directions. Dark exterior, bright white interior, stunning contrast. Dark exterior, moody dark interior, drama and sophistication. Dark exterior, warm wood and leather interior, masculine and inviting. The black shell is visually neutral enough that almost any interior direction works beautifully against it. What the black exterior does especially well, it creates a sense of arrival. The contrast between dramatic exterior and warm, light-filled interior makes walking through the front door feel like an experience. Designers call this compression and release, making a space feel small or intense before opening it up. The black Barndo delivers this naturally. The white farmhouse exterior pairs most naturally with, and is most expected to feature, interiors that continue the farmhouse vocabulary. Shiplap, beadboard, painted cabinetry, warm wood tones, natural textiles, vintage-inspired fixtures. When the interior matches the exterior promise, the result is deeply satisfying and cohesive. Where the white farmhouse exterior creates tension. If you want a very modern, industrial, or minimalist interior, you're fighting the exterior's expectations at every turn. It can be done, and done beautifully, but it requires more intentionality and skill to pull off. Round 3 verdict. The black Barndominium wins on interior flexibility. It's the more versatile creative canvas. The white farmhouse wins on interior cohesion. When you commit to the style fully, inside and out, the result has a completeness that's hard to match. Round 4. Nobody loves talking about this one, but it matters enormously over the life of your home. Maintenance and longevity. What does each style actually cost you in time, money, and effort over 10, 20, 30 years? The black Barndominium has a significant structural advantage here. Metal panel siding, the standard exterior finish, is one of the lowest maintenance cladding materials available. It doesn't rot, doesn't warp, doesn't need painting. Modern metal panels with quality paint finishes carry fade resistance warranties of 30 to 40 years. You're looking at occasional washing and periodic inspection of sealants around penetrations. That's essentially it. The dark color does have one consideration: heat absorption. Matte black surfaces absorb more solar radiation than lighter surfaces, which can affect cooling loads in hot climates. This is manageable with proper insulation and overhangs, but it's worth factoring into your mechanical system design, particularly if you're building in a southern state. The white farmhouse, particularly if finished in painted wood or fiber cement siding, requires significantly more maintenance over time. Paint. On a traditional white farmhouse, exterior painting is a recurring reality. Depending on the paint quality, climate, and sun exposure, you're potentially repainting every 7 to 12 years. For a full-size farmhouse, that's a project costing $8,000 to $25,000 per cycle. The porch, that gorgeous, beloved, irreplaceable porch, also requires maintenance. Decking boards, railings, painted surfaces. It's not prohibitive, but it's real. If your white farmhouse is Barndominium framed with metal panel siding in white, rather than painted wood, the maintenance equation improves dramatically. Metal in white or cream colors holds up exceptionally well, and maintenance drops to near Barndominium levels. Round 4 verdict. The black Barndominium wins on long-term maintenance. Metal construction minimizes upkeep across decades. The white farmhouse, particularly in traditional materials, carries real, ongoing maintenance costs that buyers should budget for honestly. Round 5. The one that real estate agents care most about: resale value and market appeal. This is the round where conventional wisdom gets challenged, because the instinct of most people, and most agents, is that the safe, conventional choice is always better for resale. And when it comes to these two styles, that instinct produces a complicated answer. The black Barndominium is genuinely polarizing in resale. A significant portion of buyers, perhaps the majority in many markets, find it visually compelling online but hesitate at the idea of actually owning it. The boldness that makes it magnetic on Instagram makes some buyers nervous in person. Is it too distinctive? Will I love it in 15 years? Will the next buyer love it? However, in rural markets, in areas where Barndominium ownership is culturally normalized, and among younger buyer demographics who actively seek design-forward properties, black Barndominiums are commanding premium prices. Properties in these segments sell faster and for more per square foot than comparable traditional homes. The market is growing and the demographic is loyal. The white farmhouse wins decisively on broad market appeal. White farmhouse exteriors are the single most universally desired home aesthetic in America right now, driven by years of cultural reinforcement through media, social platforms, and the enduring influence of farmhouse-style design. Buyers across age groups, income levels, and geographic markets respond positively to a well-executed white farmhouse. The risk with white farmhouse resale is saturation. In some markets, particularly suburban areas where the style has been heavily developed, white farmhouses compete heavily with each other and price competition can be significant. Round 5 verdict. The white farmhouse wins on broad market appeal and resale safety. The black Barndominium wins in its specific markets: rural, design-forward, younger demographic, where it can actually command a premium. Know your market before you build for resale. Round 6. And this might be the most important round of all, because a home isn't an investment vehicle or a design statement first. It's where you live. It's where your life happens. Which of these two styles actually fits the way you live? The black Barndominium lifestyle tends to attract a specific personality type. People who are confident in their own aesthetic, who aren't looking for external validation of their choices, who value function alongside form, and who often have a working component to their property. The black Barndo owner is frequently someone who has a workshop, raises animals, runs a business from the property, or simply wants maximum space and flexibility for minimum cost. They tend towards self-sufficiency. They're not buying a home to impress a neighborhood association. They're building a life. The black Barndominium says, I know what I want. I built it. Come see it if you want. The white farmhouse lifestyle centers on hospitality, family, and community. The porch is not decorative. It's functional as a gathering space. The open kitchen is designed for people to cook together. The formal entry welcomes guests with intention. The white farmhouse is a home that orients outward, toward neighbors, toward family gatherings, toward the kind of life that's lived partly in public, partly in shared spaces. The white farmhouse says, "Come in, sit down, you're always welcome here." Neither of these is better. They're genuinely different. And the right question isn't which is objectively superior, but which one sounds more like you. Are you the person who builds their home as an extension of their independence and aesthetic conviction? Or are you the person who builds their home as an extension of their relationships and hospitality? Round 6 verdict. This round has no winner. It has a mirror. Look at it honestly, and you'll know which one is yours. One final scored round, and it's a practical one that people underestimate until they're living in the home. Climate and setting compatibility. The black Barndominium performs exceptionally well in cool and temperate climates where heat absorption is an asset rather than a liability. Open rural and agricultural settings where there's visual space around the building. Wooded northern climates where the dark exterior contrasts beautifully with snow and evergreen trees. High desert environments where the bold aesthetic echoes the drama of the landscape. It requires more thoughtful engineering in hot southern climates with intense sun exposure. Proper insulation, roof overhangs, and strategic window placement are essential to prevent the dark exterior from driving up cooling costs. The white farmhouse performs well in almost every climate. White and light exteriors reflect heat rather than absorb it, making them naturally more cooling efficient in warm climates. Suburban and semi-rural settings where the style integrates with established neighborhoods. Traditional southern settings where the wraparound porch has cultural roots and genuine lifestyle utility. It requires more consideration in extremely wet climates where painted wood surfaces can deteriorate faster. Metal panel siding in white solves this elegantly. Round 7 verdict. The white farmhouse edges this round on climate versatility. It performs well in more conditions without requiring as many engineering accommodations. Alright, 7 rounds. Let's count the cards. Curb appeal and first impressions. Black Barndo wins on drama. White farmhouse wins on versatility. Split. Cost to build. Black Barndominium wins. Interior design flexibility. Black Barndominium wins. Maintenance and longevity. Black Barndominium wins. Resale value and market appeal. White farmhouse wins. Lifestyle fit. No winner. This round belongs to you. Climate and setting compatibility. White farmhouse wins. Pause. Scoreboard graphic. By the numbers, the black Barndominium wins 4 rounds to the white farmhouse's 2, with 1 round undecided. But here's what I need you to hear. And this is the thing I promised you at the beginning that almost nobody says. The scorecard doesn't matter. Not for your decision. Because the person who builds the black Barndominium and the person who builds the white farmhouse are not making the same decision. They're expressing fundamentally different values and visions for their lives. And a point system can't capture that. What the scorecard does tell you is this. If you want lower build cost, lower maintenance, and more interior creative freedom, the black Barndominium has structural advantages that are real and significant. And if you want the broadest possible market appeal, the most universally beloved aesthetic, and a home that works in almost any context, the white farmhouse delivers that with warmth and grace. The question was never which one is better. The question is, which one is you? I told you to stay until the end. And here's what I promised. The factor almost nobody talks about when comparing these two styles. The one that might change your entire decision. Hybrid builds. The fastest growing category in Barndominium design right now, in 2025, is homes that take the structure of the black Barndominium and the warmth of the white farmhouse and combine them intentionally. Black metal exterior with cedar-wrapped porch elements. White board and batten siding paired with a black standing seam metal roof. Dark steel window frames on a cream-colored farmhouse shell. Deep charcoal accents on a traditional white exterior. These hybrid designs are capturing the drama and cost efficiency of Barndominium construction while delivering the warmth and market appeal of farmhouse aesthetics. And they are absolutely stunning. The best home designers aren't choosing between these two camps. They're drawing from both. They're building homes that are structurally smart and aesthetically warm, bold and welcoming. modern and timeless. If you've been sitting here this entire video thinking, I love both of them and I can't choose, that feeling isn't indecision. It's taste, and it's pointing you straight toward the hybrid. Don't ignore it. Two homes, two philosophies, one fundamental truth. The best home you can build is the one that fits the life you actually want to live. Not the one the internet tells you is trending, not the one your neighbor built, not the one that photographs best on Pinterest. Yours. Built with intention, built with honesty, built with the courage to know what you actually want and go build it. Whether that's black steel cutting against an open sky, or white clapboard wrapped in a porch and a welcome. Both of them are extraordinary when they're right for the person inside them. If this video helped you think more clearly about your build decision, please hit the like button. It takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are trying to build the life they want. Subscribe if you haven't, because we're going deeper on Barndominium builds, farmhouse designs, hybrid concepts, and real cost breakdowns in upcoming videos. And I need you to drop a comment right now. Are you Team Black Barndo, Team White Farmhouse, or are you a hybrid builder? Tell me below. I read every comment, and I genuinely want to know where you land. I'll see you in the next one. Go build something